Ready? Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park field, Aero Mollies Club, Avon Park. Kind of crazy wind right now, 15 gusting up to 20. Out of the east, southeast, back and forth, so why not fly a jet, you know? This is the Aero's Marlin 64 millimeter. Take her up and have some fun with her. Timer set for 4.5 minutes because I got the 2800 SMC high velocity pack, high voltage pack, and they just seem to last longer and have better performance. Of course, they do cost 20% more than your average LiPo, but you know, it's all on what you want to pay for. All right, here we go. This is crazy in this wind, but definitely don't need flaps right now. You can see she's getting jerked around, and not just by me. My rates that I'm flying in are 100% throws over 30% expo. Oh wait, no they're not. Now they are. No, okay, now I'm back to mid rates, which are 80% over 30% expo. I decided to go mid rates. I was at 100%.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
That AS3X, I got an AR630 antennaeless receiver, and as you can see, she's still getting. We'll go back to high rates. Back to high rates again. Just a gentle touch and go. I don't think the nose gear ever touched. I can't have to look at the video. But even in crazy wind, the Marlin's a very stable platform. Well, and that's because mainly it's an Avanti. It's an Avanti without the keel. Yeah, she just got enough lift. That wind is going strong enough against that airframe to give me lift. I mean, I was almost dead stick there, and she's still wanting to fly. It's all about lift. If you got enough wind going over that air surface, over the surface of those wings, you're going to have lift regardless of how you're getting that lift. If the wind is strong enough into it, it's going to fly, no matter what it is. I'll go straight up with it, flip it.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right.
Landing flaps.
I know I don't need flaps. I'm going to see if I can't do a little bit of windsurfing with a jet. Almost.
Flaps up.
Not quite. Not quite enough. Not enough wing. All right. Tell you what we'll do. Those SMC packs, even though it's a 2800 SMC, they're very light and very powerful. I will be using flaps to get up out of this grass. Takeoff flaps. Let's see if I can get up out of this grass. Yeah.
Flaps up.
All right. A little bit of a Cobra, not a technical one, but. I know it wasn't a true Cobra.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
You lost her?
You did some kind of funky maneuver.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't see it.
All right, I'm gonna go back and do that again. We'll go straight up and then flip her, okay? Straight on up. Trying to tumble her a little bit. Into the wind. All right, we're gonna go out here, we're gonna land her now. I push her pretty hard. I'm gonna probably end the flight there. There, grass landing. You know what, we still got 1:14. Let's go up one more time. One more time and we'll try to land her on the runway this time. Don't need takeoff flaps or landing flaps right now. Straight down, then straight up.
Time remaining 1 minute.
As you can see how she's tumbling up as I'm spinning her upwards. That wind is just carrying her away.
Braking.
Oh yeah, she's got brakes. Thrust reverse. All right, 47 seconds left on a 4.5 minute timer. So, what's that? Almost 4.5 minutes, so that'd be what? 17 seconds shy of 4 minute flight. So, I guess, I don't know. Show you my setup. All right, right there is the SMC 2800 high voltage pack. Right behind it, that little orange light, if you're able to see that, well, the receiver is right behind my finger here, is an AR630 antenna-less receiver. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's take the, she doesn't have retracts. If you're gonna be doing a lot of, well, let's just put it this way. If you're a beginner, you're going to be plopping this down on the ground a lot more than you probably should. I do a mod because you're going to have landings where it's going to get sideways and roll around on you. Something I did to make sure that these landing gear don't come out is I wedged in a little bit of some glue around the base of this post here. There's a plastic post that goes through the fuselage. I kind of shoved some zip tie ends in there and glued them in place because this whole post was starting to get a little loose. Well, that took a lot of that out. And also, these little plastic clips that hold on the gear, I just inundated that whole area with super glue. I mean, not super glue, but hot glue. And that makes a nice, slightly giving joint or base there. Keeps those plastic from popping back out. Now this gear is not the stock gear. The gear that comes with it is the chicken wire, but it works really well too. And this gear is actually the gear off of an FMS Futura 64. You buy, I think I'm going to say the gear total will cost you about 25 bucks for all three pieces. And they assemble to go in the same way the stock gear goes in. And it actually gets you just maybe a ½ an inch higher off the ground, which is good for grass. So, but the stock gear that comes with this plane is perfectly fine. I flew for a long time with it and it's no problem at all. But let's check the, and I have a video on how to change that gear out. I'll put a link to it. Not bad. We flew for almost a full 4 minutes and we got 29% left. So, and that is on an SMC. SMC 2800. Now that's if you charge it at the high LIV, whatever LHIV setting on your smart charger, and charge it at 4.35 a volt. then you'll get 2,800 milliamps out of this. Now, if you just charge it like a regular LiPo, you'll get 24. But the nice thing about it is that it sits in the same space as a typical 4S 2200 takes up. So this, you're getting basically 608 milliamps more with this battery. So that's where your value comes in. And you get the full, most of the LiPos, you get for the first minute and a half with EDFs, you get all your power in the first minute and a half, and then it kind of trails off just a little bit. This, you get the full power the entire time. So, well, there you go, folks. That is the Arrows, brought to me by Hobby Zone, the Arrows Marlin 64. Great sport jet, probably the perfect first EDF. Now, the E-Flight Habu, the 4S version, ready to fly, that is a great beginner EDF, but I caution against that only because, and I've had it, it flies wonderfully. It's a great way to learn planes. It can be a good plane, a regular plane, but she floats so much and floats so easily that then you think you're going, okay, well, I'm ready for an 80 millimeter free wing jet now. And then you think, wait a minute, how come it doesn't fly the same? Because the Habu doesn't teach you true EDF discipline. You have to fly this. You've got to keep the power in. You can't land this thing super slow. Now me, I've gotten so used to this plane that I can bring her in at almost a crawl, but I know how to get her out of trouble really quick. I've got hundreds of flights on this particular Marlin. So, but this will teach you the proper EDF discipline over what the Habu will. Don't get me wrong, Habu's a great plane, but to me it's not a good jet trainer because, like I say, you'll go from that and get something more expensive and you'll think, how come I crashed it? Because you didn't really learn the EDF discipline. You got to stay on that motor, you got to keep up the speed, and with a Habu you can just float and float and float. So, all right folks, well thank you for watching. That's me on my beginner EDF rant. Y'all have a good, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, stay family and friends, and the Marlins that are really Avantis. Bye-bye.